Rich for RichMakesYouRich.com, talking to you today about the Google share split. In concurrence with earnings, Google announced that they were going to be splitting the shares. The secondary class of shares that Google's splitting into will have no voting power. These shares are going to be used to be awarded as stock options and as currency in mergers and takeovers. Many analysts are whining about how this is dilutive to their voting power. This simply is not true. They are going to have the same voting power as they did before. If the shares split, everybody's shares split, they still have the same percentage of voting power. Secondly, their voting power actually will stay more steady over time. Regularly, companies issue shares, new shares, to pay stock options for mergers and acquisitions, and these shares have voting power. Now, those shares are dilutive to voting power because the number of shares outstanding rise. Additionally, right now, voting power is immaterial in Google's structure because the company, when it went public in 2004, stated very publicly that the founders wanted to maintain control over the company's destiny. Google already has a different class of shares, Class A shares, which have a 10-for-1 voting power over the current voting shares. Brin, Page, and Schmidt, the founders of Google, all still own in conjunction well over 50% of the voting power. They're an oligarchy. They maintain total control. They can do whatever they want with the company. So it really makes no difference what type of voting power we have as long as they maintain this control. Yes, they are trying, and all they're trying to do is maintain control in the long term to be able to control the company so that they don't have Gordon Geckos coming in and meddling with their design and their strategic goals. To be fair, I can totally understand how investors might say, yeah, but the secondary class of Google shares aren't going to be worth as much because they don't have voting power, so in effect they're robbing us. I can understand that argument. Rationally, however, it still makes no difference at present time. The share price keeps dropping as it did on Friday when it went down 4%. I'm going to be buying a ton more. Rich for RichMakesYouRich.com signing off. Till next time, stay thirsty, my friends.